What's going on, everybody? Tony Mui here, and today I am joined by Mark Matthews, founder of Underground Skate Shop, located in Nutley, New Jersey. You don't hear that often.
No, you don't.
So obviously we're here to talk about the crazed Nike SB hype. But before we get into that, why don't we learn a little bit more about yourself? How did you come about opening up Underground Skate Shop?
Okay, so I've been skateboarding most of my life. So back in 2003, I'd moved to the US with a company I worked for. I've carried on working with that company for a while, and then decided that, after sort of 10 years of being there, or 8 years of being there, that I'd had enough. I wanted to just do my own thing, So I was like, okay, I've got a bit of knowledge from previous history on, marketing and sales and product development and stuff like that. So what should I do? Where should I go with it? And obviously, being a skateboarder most of my life, it seemed like a logical transition to open business in something I knew something about. I think that you have to have some kind of knowledge in the business to start a business, and that's why I figured skateboarding was the answer for me.
Where are you originally from?
I'm from Portsmouth, England, which is an hour south of London, an hour and a half south. A very famous skate park there in the late 80s, very, very popular one, still there today. So I grew up skating there a lot. Came here, did my thing, opened a shop 2010, and it's in Nutley because I live in Nutley, or used to live in Nutley at the time. So we found a little spot down the street and just opened it up.
Well, first of all, congratulations on the 10-year anniversary.
Thank you.
Round of applause, man.
Up and down battle,
Right. One of the reasons why I decided to sit down and talk with you is because your skate shop actually give back to the skate community and the sneaker community with these limited SB drops, right?
Over the course of 10 years, we've always tried to get involved in some kind of community things. And give back where we can, whether it be like skateboard competitions or, art shows, whatever it is, we try to get involved in those things. But over the last sort of year, 18 months, we've noticed obviously a massive increase in Nike and the demand for it. So we sort of sat down and said to ourselves, well, how can we, us benefit as a store, but also give back to someone or some organization that needs it. About 2 or 3 years ago, we did one for a group of kids that need shoes. So basically it's called Shoes for Kids, it's called. And we basically had a raffle for a shoe, and we donated a couple of $1,000s to that charity to get some kids in some shoes. And then Travis Scott came along and we saw another opportunity. It's like, okay, we're going to get way more people in our store than normal. Let's do something that we can sort of benefit from for the community. So we decided on that instance to do a raffle. It was a donation raffle, $5 per ticket. And we donated the money to either local DIY people that are building skate spots or people that are trying to build skate parks, and just generally spread the money amongst 3 or 4 different people to help them do what they're doing. And then recently with the Civilist, going back a little bit here, there's a guy we've been working with for a while. His name's Joe, and he ran a skateboard company called Mustard Skateboards. He also did a lot of filming for us for multiple things we've done over the years, and him and his wife are trying to adopt a baby. They started a GoFundMe, and we felt that we could try and help out. So I spoke to him and said, how would you feel about us trying to help out you guys with this, dunk drop? And he was obviously hyped about it, because obviously it helps him. So that's what we did. We decided, okay, we're going to do $5 donations for tickets, and we're going to donate the money to his GoFundMe. And we raised $7,800 in 3 days. So yeah, I was pretty hyped. It worked out well. And then obviously we bring someone else in. We generally find someone in the crowd and say, hey man, tomorrow come in here at 10 o'clock and you're going to pull raffle tickets. That way we're not pulling tickets ourselves. We're just getting a random guy from the line outside the door, having him come and do it. That's what we tend to do.
Another interesting thing that you Underground Skate Shop does is, and by the way, this is very rare nowadays, you do shock drops.
I try to do something different each time to allow some customers to be able to get it by walking in the door, and then some by raffles. I think that if you have the same format every single time, we find that the same people get the shoe, and we try to spread the love a little bit. Sometimes we just put them on the shelf and don't tell anyone. And people walk in the shop and go, oh, you got this in my size? Yes, we do. We just don't tell anyone. That way, we're just doing things and allowing different customers to, get what they want to get when they can get it. Because of the release date, we can't technically mix it up. We have to do a raffle because that's the easiest way to handle it.
What do you think about all this Nike SB dunk hype?
I mean, it's got its advantages and disadvantages. I think obviously for our stores, we're gaining a lot of exposure. I think that every skate shop that's got SB right now is gaining exposure to a crowd that they didn't really get exposure to. So it's helping us in the fact that, you know, people walk into my store, they may look for a shoe, but also pick up a t-shirt or a hat or whatever. And that helps our, you know, our revenue. But there are obviously downsides are that, you know, we could spend 3 or 4 days dealing with raffles, and, you know, and we got to hire more staff. We've got to get raffle tickets. Someone's got to sit outside our store, sometimes in the rain, sometimes in the heat, just to, you know, to handle that, because we can't have everyone coming in the store at one time, especially now with COVID. So, you know, there's more work for us.
What do you think about people who say you don't skateboard while you're rocking dunks?
It's fashion, right? And it comes and goes. It's ups and downs. So for me to judge people on whether they skate or not based on wearing that shoe, I don't really care. You're going to go back and say, hey man, you're wearing a pair of Converse high tops. You don't skate. 1985, everyone was wearing Converse high tops for skating. You know, it is what it is. It's just fashion. It just changes.
From 2004 to 2008, there was like a huge hype for dunks. How long do you think this will last?
I wasn't around in that era. So for me to answer that question, I don't know. I think a lot of it depends on how Nike are in the marketplace. You know, if they start pumping out 3 dunks a week, you know, then it'll get oversaturated like it was in 2015, and it will just drop off, because once you can get everything and get anything, the hype goes down and nobody wants it. An example of that, if someone like Supreme had 1,000 stores and they were in Macy's, no one's going to be buying Supreme anymore. Some
dunk drops happening this coming week. Are you guys doing anything special for some of the upcoming drops?
I'm not telling you that.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, the next one for us, I believe, will be the Chicago. And honestly, we'll probably end up doing a raffle for that, due to the fact that it's such a big one and we want to, you know, maximize the exposure on it. So, but I think it will just be a pretty simple raffle for that. We won't be doing, you know, donations or raffles for that. So, but we'll see. Once we get the shoe, we'll decide what we're going to do. I tend not to do things until we have the shoes in our hand, so that we're not, you know, basically pushing things that we don't know is going to happen, especially with, you know, delays right now with product.
Any plans on celebrating the 10-year anniversary?
Yeah, actually, we had plans. We had plans for May. We were going to, you know, local bar, do some things, just generally get everyone together as a community and just try and, enjoy the 10-year anniversary. But COVID come along and sort of quashed those plans for us. So, I think that we will do something this year. It's actually my 50th birthday next month. So I might try and tie the two things in together.
Mark, any final thoughts before we let you go?
No, honestly, I appreciate your time. Thank you for talking to me and just hearing me out and seeing what we're doing, and any help for us is always respected. Thank you.
I have to respect what you've been doing, especially with these drops, giving back to the community. So that is the main reason why I'm sitting down with you today. It's because of your good work.
And thank you. You supported the real skateboard one as well, the End Racism board.
Supposed to get that in today, but I guess USPS is a little behind.
Yeah, they always are.
I'll probably end up throwing some B-roll of the skate deck in this
cool.
video.
That was a great one for us. I mean, that was obviously real skateboards doing their thing. And we could do raffle tickets, but we decided to again do something different in that we could let people buy a board and guarantee them the next drop. So whatever shoe that you want for the next X amount of years, it's a guaranteed golden ticket, guaranteed win. So that's another thing we did that was slightly different to the norm, and we sold out of them in 3 minutes. Another $2,500 raised for charities.
Nice. All right. Well, Mark Matthews, owner of Underground Skate Shop, thank you once again. And we'll see you guys on the next episode.
For sure. Thank you. And thanks everyone that supports us. Appreciate it.